If you're about to buy a new bike and you don't know if you should go Harley or sport bike, you don't know if your swag is more Leonard Skinner or Captain America, you don't know if you want to roll through town making windows shake or fly through traffic like a demon on caffeine, I'm going to break it all down. The machines, the women, the life that comes with it. I'm talking sport bike riders versus Harley riders. Let's figure out what frequency you're on, and all you got to do is pick your poison. Let's get into it.
The night, we run the night,
Number 1, Speed Demon or Soul Rider. Choosing between a sport bike and a Harley is like choosing between Monster Energy and a bottle of Jack Daniels. So this young dude hit me up, all excited like, Ghost, I'm finally about to get this money. I'm looking to buy a motorcycle, but I don't know if I'm more Harley or sport bike. So I told him that's determined by what kind of animal you really are underneath that helmet. Are you a panther on rocket fuel, smooth, fast, born to cut through like chaos is your home? Or are you a silverback on chrome with ape hangers and assless chaps? I'm just joking. But that feeling of dominance on the road, you gotta sit on that machine, and when you do, you'll feel it. You'll know what fits you, not just your riding style, but your spirit. So let's talk about both machines. A sport bike, that's a street legal adrenaline dispenser. Light, agile, built to carve lanes like it's dancing with danger. It's precision on 2 wheels, the kind of ride that turns exit ramps into roller coasters. A Harley is that rolling thunderstorm with anger issues. It's heavy metal and chrome, built like a sledgehammer dipped in gasoline. You don't lean into it, you command it. That bike doesn't ask you for the road, it takes it. A sport bike says, let's hit 100 before the light turns green. A Harley says, I'll get there when I feel like it, and I'll bag your mother's number while I'm at the stoplight. One's built for dopamine, the other's built for dominance. But before you even throw one leg over either one, understand this. Sport bike says I can outrun the storm. Harley says I am the storm. Now let's talk about riding gear, sport bike versus Harley. If you're new to MC culture and trying to figure out what fits you best, don't just look at the bike. What kind of gear fits you? Because that says everything. Those are the circles that you're running in, how you feel you fit in. Before the engine even turns over, the street already knows what you're about just by what you're wearing. Sport bike riders, you got the jeans and sneaker guys, or you got the dudes that look like they got Marvel superpowers. Full suit, bright neon, armor everywhere, gloves with knuckle plates, boots that snap shut like Iron Man's helmet. They ride like scalpels, precision, speed, zero room for error. Sport bike gear says I move like a weapon, so I dress like armor. Now Harley riders, no flashy colors, except for the orange Harley stuff. No plastic panels, just raw denim, scarred up leather, flannels, steel toe boots that look like they kicked the wall 11 times a day for 11 years. Some of those vests got patches, some don't, but if they do, that patch means structure and history. If you don't live that life, don't fake it. One looks like a soldier on a mission, the other looks like a war vet who never left the battlefield. So before you choose your look, ask yourself, you want to suit up like Wolverine or you more Stone Cold Steve Austin? Now let's talk about the culture clash. Speed addicts versus tradition keepers. If you're new to MC culture and you don't know where you fit yet, let's break down the 2 subcultures, sport bike versus Harley. No bias, no sugarcoating, just truth, so you can figure out what actually fits you. Sport bike culture is speed, energy, and straight chaos on 2 wheels. Freeway takeovers, pack moving like a swarm, stunts in traffic. Some of them treat red lights like suggestions. The vibe is post it, pop it, vanish. 1 wheel in the air, 1 foot out the game. It's adrenaline over everything. Speed addicts with no time for tradition. Harley culture, that ain't just a bike. It's a whole frequency. These ain't just riders, they're tradition keepers. A lot of them do things the same way riders did back in the 60s. Leathers, long roads, and loyalty. Pull up the Sturgis or Daytona Bike Week, it's thousands deep, chrome shining, engines barking, and the smell of whiskey, burnt rubber, and sin in the air. It's where you'll meet women that pour shots like they throw punches, and bartenders hotter than the asphalt you rode in on. You might catch a burnout competition, then a fist fight at the bar 10 minutes later, and nobody calls security, they call it tradition. But don't get it twisted, some Harley riders roll solo, just them, the road, and the weight they carry. They don't need a crew, they're about miles. Then you got clubs. That's where things get serious. Patches aren't fashion. they're earned. That leather stitched with protocol, history, and sacrifice. You don't ask what it means, you respect it or back up. Even the wildest party has rules when a club's in the room. And trust me, you'll feel that energy before you even see the patch. And the women, they ain't just passengers. Some are old ladies with more miles than your speedometer. Others ride their own, no questions asked. Harley culture ain't about pretty, it's about presence. It's rough hands, heavy hearts, and 1,000-mile stares behind dark shades. Not just a ride, a lifestyle built on scars, stories, and steel. One chases the edge, the other carries the code. What fits you? Real quick, if you enjoy MC Culture content, smash the like and the subscribe button. And give me a pound wherever you're from. And get your Ghostavelli mask, shades, Demons Row snapbacks in all colors, tank tops, crew necks, track races. We got it all. And you can get it on www.demonsrow.com. Let's get back into it. Let's talk about sport bike clubs and Harley motorcycle clubs and the scene that fits you best. Not the stereotypes, the real culture. People love to act like Harley clubs are all structure and tradition, and sport bike clubs are just stunt mobs with no rules. That's actually a lie. Both sides have respected clubs and have protocol. Both sides got loyalty. You got clubs that ride sport bikes that are heavily respected and they put in work. And I know of situations where they have clashed with 1% clubs and came out on top. Believe it or not, it's just how they ride and how they move and how they show it is different. Harley clubs, you know when they roll up. The thunder hits the block before the bikes do. Formation tight, order solid. Every movement means something. There's a chain of command, patches, sit downs. Everything's built off legacy, a code passed down like gospel. Their scene is bar culture and clubhouses, whiskey breath, old jukeboxes, and that one brother who always fights before closing time. Now, sport bike clubs, don't let the speed fool you. They ride hard, sometimes harder. Pause. But it ain't race suits. It's jeans, sneakers, hoodies, and real road grime. Their vibe is a street. Pull up deep, revs echo, eyes watching. Their scene, parking lot meetups that feel like block parties. Bass knocking, bikes lined up like soldiers. And yeah, they wear patches too, but they rep them in their own way. Less bark, more bite. One rides in formation like a tank unit. The other hits corners like a street strike team. And all this stuff I'm saying about strikes, I don't know if you hear how loud this thunder is right now. But they have a different... You heard that? It's crazy out here right now. That's how Harley culture is. That sound is kind of like what I think of when I think of Harley culture. Now let's talk sport bike versus Harley. Which one do women really love more? Ladies, I really want to know this. What is more attractive? A man on a Harley or a man on a sport bike? You want a Ghost Rider on two wheels of hell? Or Deadpool popping a wheelie with a Red Bull in his hand? Now let's break this down. What kind of women are attracted to the sport bike? I would definitely say younger women. I don't know too many younger women that like Harleys. I could be wrong. This is the type of girl that's already filming a TikTok before the kickstand hits. She loves the speed, the chaos, the flex. But blink wrong and she's riding off with the next dude in the group chat. Sport bike game is fast, loud, and dangerous. Like dating somebody who argues during karaoke and lives off Red Bull. Now pull up on a Harley, it's a whole different vibe. I would say more grown and sexy vibe. Most likely the sport bike girl's mom. You don't gotta say a word, the rumble flirts for you. These women, they got stories they've lived, loved, and probably thrown a punch or two. They don't ask for your Snapchat, they ask if you know how to rebuild the carburetor. You impress them with the way you move and the respect your peers have for you. She could tell if your name carries weight or not. Power and respect turn her on, and she wants to be comfortable on a Harley with an experienced man, not sitting on the back of a little piece of plastic on a Yamaha. She wants her own seat with a leather cushion, maybe a sissy bar to lean back on. One attracts DMs, the other attracts women who have been through storms and might be one. So what women do you really want? It depends. That's a lane you need to pick. Now let's talk about sport bike versus Harley. Who gets pulled over more? Let's be real. Who's more likely to get pulled over? A Harley rider or a sport bike flying low enough to get picked up by TSA? There's two sides to this. Sometimes cops have a respect for Harleys and they don't mess with them. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about when cops hear a Harley and they think that that man has at least 3 warrants and probably owns a bar. But when they see a sport bike, it's like Grand Theft Auto just loaded a mission. Harley dudes will be cruising and still get pulled over because the exhaust shook a baby monitor 3 towns over. Meanwhile, a sport bike slices through 6 lanes of traffic doing 130, and if the cop don't catch the plate, it never happened. Harley riders get profiled, sport bike riders get chased. One sounds like Judgment Day, the other moves like a ghost. You ever seen a Harley rider hit the gas when a cop pulls up? No, they just lean back and reach for their paperwork. But sport bikers, they be hitting that full tuck, vanish mode, lane splitting like Neo in the Matrix. Here's the truth. Harley riders get pulled over for what they look like. Sport bike riders get pulled over for what they actually do. One's guilty on sight, the other's guilty by radar. So what's riskier, being loud and proud or fast and gone? But what do you think, sport bike or Harley? Who gets the sirens more? Hit that in the comments. Now let's talk sport bike versus Harley. Who owns bike night? You ever pull up to a bike night and it's like 2 different planets parked side by side? One side looks like the stunt team just clocked out. Neon wrapped, red battles, GoPros everywhere, and Bluetooth speakers blasting trap, drill, and EDM remixes so loud you think the whole squad was sponsored by Red Bull. Sport bike energy is young, reckless, and electric. They show up deep, full throttle, wheelies in the lot, and half the crew's girls already filming TikTok on the back seat. Now the Harley side, different frequency entirely. Murdered out bikes, heavy chrome, dirty denim, scarred up leather, no flash, all presence. They ain't bumping the DJ set. Some listen to hip hop, but you'll hear a mix of old school rock, outlaw country, or just the pipes doing the talking. Harley riders pull up like they're checking territory, calculated and heavy with history. Sport bike nights feel like a block party. Harley nights feel like a sit down that might turn sideways. One ends in burnouts and bass drops, the other ends in shots, slow nods, and maybe a bar fight if the wrong dudes speak. So who really shuts bike night down, Harley or sport bike? Let me know that in the comments. So whether you ride with your heart racing at 140 or your soul rumbling at 80, whether you pull up in neon and carbon fiber or chrome and leather that smells like stories, just know this: it ain't about which bike is better, it's about which one feels like home, which one feels right to you. You might have been born for speed, others might be built for presence. Some need the chaos, others crave the code. Harley or sport bike, the culture's real and the lanes are open. Hopefully this helped you figure out what part of the road was meant for you. And here's the thing, always go with your gut. Your gut will never lie to you. When you sit on that machine, you will know if it's for you or not. And thank you for tuning in to Demons Road TV, the holy grail of MC culture. Like, subscribe, and comment. And oh yeah, we ghosting, baby.